All right, welcome. Oh, you want to do welcome? Say welcome to the...
Welcome to the Ask the
Say it
Pilgrim
happy.
Show.
Say it happy.
I know, we're doing
Welcome to
You're
the
gonna fall again.
Ask
Wait.
the
Yeah, that. All right, today's question comes from the Marsh family, ages 9 months to 38.
Wow.
Every single age in between.
Wow.
Literally 9 months and then like, what's after 9? 10 months. I forgot how to do counting. All right, so she says, or he says, my name's Jason. Let's see, has a ton of questions. We're going to do all of your questions in this one video, Jason. How are you funding the trip? Actually, we're going to do that in a different video, Jason, because a lot of people ask that. How is the homeschooling going? Any advice in this area? You guys can each answer that, and then we'll let Mommy finish. Mommy.
How's homeschooling going? I feel like it's so much more fun now that we're actually like on the road. Because there's so many more things that you can do and learn about, I think, when you're just like at home and sitting down. There's not a ton that you can do, and but now that we're like finally on the road, I think it's a lot more fun for us.
Well
What do you
done.
think, Malachi?
Well, it's definitely a lot funner than public school, but you don't do as much.
You don't do as much as in public school, or you don't do as much homeschooling?
Well, you don't do as much like,
Oh, actually,
Papers.
like papers.
We
Yeah.
don't do a lot of papers.
but still does that. We still do it like 4 or 5 books.
But you'd say we still have learned you good, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Z, what do you think?
What do you think, Beth? He's got to hold it. Yep.
I think that it's a little weird because it's a lot smaller and the TV's like right next to you.
No, we're talking about homeschooling now.
You know.
Oh, you're talking about just because you're in your living room?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So it's better because in Will school you do it for 7 hours, and here in homeschool you just do it for 4.
Advice for homeschooling: make it fun. I think it's really easy to make your homeschool just like regular school, which is if you like that, if you choose to do that, that's your choice. But I really, I think parents homeschool, because they don't really want that same everyday schooling that goes on like in public school or private school. You have a lot of different reasons for homeschooling, and so it's really easy to fall into the same trap of just having your kids sit at a table and read tons of books and do paperwork, and it's easy to do that. So I think it is more work to sit there and try to find things. I try to teach them all the same thing. It makes it easier for myself than them all learning something different. I try for us all to be learning, especially
Like
for
obviously
history
in
and science.
Math and stuff, they're
Math,
different,
yeah. But
levels,
even with math, it's like Erica
they're
still does I mean, so much. If they're all learning, they're still doing money. So all 3 can do money. So there's a lot that you can add that all 3 can do, and of course at different levels. But it makes it so much easier if you do that instead of trying to find a different book for every child and different age group. You can really pick and pull, which is something I've learned over the years. At first, I very much did, every child sat at the table, and I think I was probably a miserable teacher at the time. I enjoy it a lot more, and the kids, they definitely enjoy it a lot more.
And the other thing I would say is the cool thing, obviously you guys might not be traveling on the road, but the nice thing about homeschooling regardless is that you have flexibility to customize their education with what you're doing. If they're going to learn about something in science or something in history, you're able to go to places and kind of move the classroom to different places. I think for a lot of people, like you were saying, the classroom is just always right here, read these books, and then we're done with school. And that's fine if you want to do it that way, but we've done it that way for a while, and we just feel like now, we're why are we doing that? We can do so much more. We can be more creative in how we're teaching and for me, the big thing is always attaching experiences and memories with what they're learning. Yeah. So rather than just reading a book,
I think like we just drove by Mark Twain's cabin, which I think, the kids, they've read Mark Twain and they know
Mark Twain and seen the movie.
And so they know who he is, but to actually see that he was a real person and see where he lived, that is, making school come alive to them. So I think stuff like that, it's like, we were just driving down the road and there it was. So I think it really makes the kids,
I saw the sign.
It attaches things to them to where they're able to really hang on to it and not forget.
All right, thanks for the question. I said we were going to do all your questions, but we're going to break them up into different videos. All right.